Namami Buddhang Gunasagarantang Santa Sada Hontu Sukhi Avera Kayo Jiguncho Sakalo Dugandho Gachanti Sabbe Maranang Ahanche Namami Dhammang Sugatena Desitang Santa Sada Hontu Sukhi Avera Kayo Jiguncho Sakalo Dugandho Gachanti Sabbe Maranang Ahanche Namami Sanghang Muniraja Savakan Santa Sada Hontu Sukhi Avera Kayo Jiguncho Sakalo Dugandho Gachanti Sabbe Maranam Ahanche Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Buddhang, Buddhang, Buddhang Vande Dhammang, Dhammang, Dhammang Vande Sanghang, Sanghang, Sanghang Vande Buddhang, Dhammang Sanghang Vande. Homage to the Buddha, homage to the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha, homage to the Sangha, the noble disciples of the Buddha, homage to the Triple Gem. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the exalted one, the worthy one, the supremely enlightened one. Three refuge, Tisarana. Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. I go to the Buddha for refuge. I go to the Dhamma for refuge. I go to the Sangha for refuge. Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. A second time, I go to the Buddha for refuge. A second time, I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A second time, I go to the Sangha for refuge. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. At third time, I go to the Buddha for refuge. At third time, I go to the Dhamma for refuge. At third time, I go to the Sangha for refuge. 5 precepts, Panchasila. Pānātipātā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training tool to abstain from taking life. Adinnahdāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training tool to abstain from stealing. Kāmesu miccācārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training tool to abstain from sexual misconduct. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training tool to abstain from false speech. Surameraya majjapamādhatthāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training tool to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Buddha Vandana, homage to the Supreme Buddha. Itipiso bhagavā arahaṃ sammā sambuddho viñjācarana sampanno sugato lokavido anuttaro purisa dhamma sārati sattā deva manussānam buddho bhagavāti. Such indeed the exalted one, worthy, supremely enlightened, endowed with knowledge and conduct, well gone, nor of the world, incomparable trainer of persons to be tamed, the supreme teacher of deities and men, enlightened and exalted. Dhamma Vandana, homage to the teachings of the Buddha. Svakato bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akaliko ehi pansiko opanayiko pancantang veditambo vinyuhiti. Dhamma is well expounded by the Blessed One, directly visible, immediately effective, calling one to come and see, leading onwards, and to be personally realized by the wise. Sangha Vandana, homage to the noble disciples of the Buddha. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Ujjopatipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Ñāya patipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Sāmīti patipanno bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Yadedañ cantāri purisa yugāni Aṭṭha purisa pungalā Esa bhagavato sāvaka saṅgho Āhuneyo pāhuneyo Dakhineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttaram puñakhentam lokan sati. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing well. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing rightly. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing properly. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing correctly. The four pairs of persons, the 8 kind of individuals, the order of the Blessed One's disciples is worthy of offerings and hospitality, worthy of gifts and salutation, the supreme field of merits for the world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Venerable members of the Mahasangha, friends in the Dhamma, today we are gathering here for our weekly Dhamma class, the Tuesday Dhamma and meditation class. In this class, we learn Dhamma and we practice Dhamma. When we listen to Dhamma, when we learn the Buddha's message, and also when we practice Dhamma, we purify our mind from negative thoughts. That is why the Buddha says, listening to Dhamma is one of the places that we purify our mind. If we are mindful when we listen to Dhamma, we are able to purify our mind at that moment. And also, when we chant Dhamma, especially when we recite some gathas, contemplating on the triple gem, the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, that is the place where we purify our mind. And also, when we practice Dhamma by meditating tranquility and insight meditation, that is also one of the places that we purify our mind. They are said as vimuttayatana, the places where we purify our mind from negative thoughts. All the activities that we do in the name of Buddhism focus on purifying our minds. That is the main purpose of all the activities that we do. For that, we should be mindful, and also we should take care of our mind. Whenever we don't take care of our mind, it means negative thoughts come to our mind, and also suffering also comes to our mind. That is why we should always take care of our mind. For that, we should be mindful, and also we should cultivate our mind with positive thoughts. That is the thing that we are doing here. Buddha says, when we do something, When we speak something, when we think something, we should think again and again whether it is correct. That is very important. We have three doors that we experience the world, and also we respond the world. They are our activities or deed or behavior, and our speech and our mind or thinking. These are the three doors that we respond the world, that we open the world. Here, it is very important to discipline these three doors, three places. That is why Buddha says, when we speak something, when we do something, when we think something, we should think again and again whether it is correct. That Buddha says in Rahulawada Sutta, in his words in Pali, Paccavekitva, Kayena Kammang Katavam. By contemplating on our behavior again and again, we should do something. When we speak something, we should contemplate on it again and again whether it is correct. When we think something, we should think again and again whether it is correct. If we can practice this path, actually negative thoughts don't come to our mind. We can be free from suffering. That is why Buddha says, Kayena Samvaro Sadhu. Good is restrained in body or deed. Vachaya Samvaro Sadhu. Good is restrained in speech. Vachaya Samvaro Sadhu. Manasa Samvaro Sadhu. Good is restrained in mind. Sabbatta Samvaro Sadhu. Sadhu Sabbatta Samvaro. Good is restrained in everywhere. Sabbatta Samuto Bhikkhu Sabba Dukkha Pamuncati. The one who restrained in all points is free from suffering. That is why we should discipline our behavior, our speech, and our mind. For that, the Buddha has explained the clear path. In order to discipline our behavior and speech, Buddha has explained the path. What is the path? The path of discipline in our speech and behavior is that practicing sila, virtue, morality, or discipline. That is why we should practice sila or virtue, especially 5 precepts. When we practice 5 precepts, that is the way how we can discipline our speech and behavior. We abstain from killing living beings. We abstain from stealing. We abstain from sexual misconduct. We abstain from false speech. And we abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Now, first of all, in this class, we are going to resolve the 5 precepts. We should think about our 5 precepts that we practice. We practice 5 qualities: abstaining from taking life, so on. Now the time to adhisthana or resolve the 5 precepts. Friends in Dhamma, Please be aware of your body posture and please be in the present moment. And also let's resolve the 5 precepts or think about our 5 precepts. Friends in the Dhamma, please be aware of your body posture that you are sitting here. And also keep your attention around the nose or upper lip in the present moment. Please maintain your Sati Nimitta, the focus of mindfulness or the mindfulness object. Please keep your attention around the nose or upper lip in the present moment. At the same time, when I keep my mind around the nose or upper lip, the focus of mindfulness, Sati Nimitta, I think about my 5 precepts, 5 qualities that I practice daily. I resolve the 5 precepts. I abstain from killing living beings. I spread loving kindness to everyone, those who are in this world. I abstain from stealing. I don't steal anything of others. I abstain from sexual misconduct. I respect others' life, others' characters and family life. I abstain from false speech. I don't lie. I always speak truth. I protect the confidence or trust in speech. I abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs. By practicing these 5 qualities, I give the fearlessness to the world. I spread loving kindness and compassion to the world. I am so happy when I think about my life, my behavior and speech. I have no regrets in my life because of my correct character, correct behavior. I resolved my virtuous life. 5 precepts: moral conduct, discipline in my behavior and speech. When I do something, when I speak something, I think again and again whether it is correct. And also, I always follow the 5 precepts. And also, I resolve the 5 precepts that I practice in my daily life. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. The Supreme Buddha explained the way how we purify our mind and also how we develop our inner peace, mental culture. Happiness is the main purpose of everyone. That is why the Buddha says, Santutti Paramandanam. Contentment is the highest treasure. We do everything in the name of happiness. And also, Buddha says, Arogya Paramalabha. Mental health is the highest gain. For that we should maintain, we should do all the activities in our life. We always should be mindful in our behavior, speech and thinking. When we listen to Buddha's message, we can understand how we purify our mind, how we protect our mind, and how we cultivate our mind. Especially, according to Buddha's message, all the qualities in the spiritual life depends on mindfulness. Mindfulness means being aware of our body and mind. When we practice mindfulness, when we do something, when we speak something, when we think something, we do everything mindfully. We practice SMS concept. S means slowly, M means mindfully, and again S means silently. Slowly, mindfully, and silently. This is the Buddhist concept of SMS. When we are mindful, we do everything contemplating on our mind. When we are aware of our mind, when negative thoughts come to our mind, we immediately recognize those negative thoughts. If we can recognize these negative thoughts, those negative thoughts are unable to stay in our mind. They disappear. They cease. Then we can cultivate positive thoughts in our mind. The foundation of mindfulness is that keeping our attention in the present moment. They are Sati nimitta, or focus of mindfulness, or mindfulness object is very, very important. We keep our attention around the nose or upper lip. Buddha says, Nasikang eva mukha nimitteva, satim parimukang upattapettva. We should keep our attention around the nose or upper lip in mindfulness. Then we can develop our mindfulness gradually. When we keep our mind in the present moment, it is very easy to develop the positive thoughts in our mind. When we cultivate positive thoughts, such as saddha, confidence, sila, virtue, virya, effort, mindfulness, concentration, wisdom, these are the positive thoughts we cultivate when we are mindful. Especially, keeping our attention in the present moment, we cultivate positive thoughts. Especially, we practice loving kindness thoughts. When we have right understanding, according to the Noble Eightfold Path, Arya Attangika Magga, immediately we come to the next level, next step, Samma Sankappa, right intention or right thoughts. It means practicing loving kindness. We spread loving kindness thoughts to everyone who are in this world. By practicing loving kindness thoughts, we purify our mind from anger. Anger is one of the reasons that disturb our peace of mind. The more we develop loving kindness thoughts, the more we purify our mind from anger. The more we purify our mind from anger, the more we can achieve the real happiness, inner peace. That is the purpose of practicing loving kindness meditation. The foundation of spiritual path is that discipline of morality, sila. By practicing 5 precepts, we go to the next level, purifying our mind, practicing mindfulness, that samatha and vipassana. When we are mindful, gradually we can gain concentration. When we cultivate positive thoughts mindfully, gradually we are able to purify our mind, especially from 5 hindrances: sensual desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and worries, and skeptical doubts. These are the negativities, 5 hindrances that disturb our peace of mind. If we can gain concentration with the experience of mindfulness, we are able to overcome these negative thoughts from our mind. Now, we are going to practice loving kindness meditation for our inner peace. Friends in the Dhamma, please take a seat comfortably. And be aware of your body posture from your legs to head and from your head to legs. When you are aware of your body posture, you can keep your attention around the nose or upper lip very easily in the present moment. We keep our attention at the end of the nose. Focus of mindfulness or Sati Nimitta, mindfulness object is very, very important in Buddhist meditation. Keeping our attention around the nose or upper lip in the present moment, mindfully, we develop our positive thoughts. May all beings at this place be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this city be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this county be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this state be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this country be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this continent be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this planet, the earth, be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the solar system be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this galaxy, the Milky Way, be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this universe be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this entire world be well, happy and peaceful. I see it all over the world, like my family, like my children. I spread loving kindness and compassionate thoughts to everyone, those who are in this world. By practicing loving kindness meditation, I purify my mind from anger and also I develop my inner peace. inner happiness. Day by day, I train my mind to develop the duration of the time of practicing loving kindness meditation for my inner peace. And also, when I see a person, when I hear a sound of a person, when I remember a person, I immediately think that person like my son or daughter. I keep my mind in this highest state of mind. I have no enemies in this world. I am friendly with everyone in this world. Even though others disturb me, I am not angry with anyone or anything in this world. I protect my mind. I maintain my loving kindness mind. And also, I don't give any chance to anyone make me angry. My mind is so pure and calm. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Friends in the Dhamma, practicing tranquility meditation, we purify our mind from hindrances, 5 hindrances that disturb our peace of mind, which cover our mind from Nibbana. And also, by practicing insight meditation with mindfulness, we reduce the main cause of suffering, ignorance or delusion. Delusion or ignorance, avidya, is the main cause of suffering. The nature of ignorance that when we experience something, we think there was something in this world. And also when we look at something, when we hear something, when we taste something, when we smell something, when we touch something, we think that there is some material world outside. And also we think that I experience the outside world at the moment. Actually, we can contact something in the outside world. But when we recognize that material world, the very first experience has already ceased. We recognize everything through our mind consciousness. As soon as we experience something through our senses, if we are mindful and wise that I recognize this through my mind consciousness, and also that mind consciousness also arises and ceases at the moment, our mind is not fixed in outside world. We always depend on insight. That is the nature of insight meditation, Vipassana Bhavana. Vipassana Bhavana is the main technique that helps us to overcome delusion or ignorance. As soon as we experience something If we are mindful and wise to understand the reality, what we experience, then we are wise. We don't depend on outside, and we completely depend on our wisdom or understanding. This is the purpose of practicing insight meditation. Now we are going to practice insight meditation or vipassana bhavana. When we practice vipassana bhavana, breathing meditation or anapanasati bhavana is very, very important. The Buddha says very clearly, when someone practices anapanasati bhavana, breathing meditation, he is able to develop fourfold mindfulnesses, Satara Satipatthana. When someone practices fourfold mindfulnesses, he is able to develop 7 enlightenment factors, Sattabojjhanga, Sati Sambojjhanga, Dhammavijaya Sambojjhanga, Viriya, Passaddhi, Samadhi, Upekkha. These are the 7 enlightenment factors. When we practice breathing meditation correctly, according to what the Blessed One explained, we are able to develop the 7 enlightenment factors, Sattabojjhanga. When we develop Sattabojjhanga, we can achieve 2 things, Vidya Vimukti, knowledge and liberation. Knowledge means we completely understand the nature of our life. Our entire life is that arising of 5 aggregates: Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. Rupa form, Vedana feeling, Sanya perception, Sankhara mental formations, and Vijnana consciousness. Whatever we experience through our senses, it means these 5 aggregates arise at the moment, and also they immediately cease. But because of our ignorance, even though these 5 things arise and ceased, still we are in the corner of arising of these 5 aggregates. For an example, when you meet a person, you immediately go to the past experience. You live in the past. That is why attachment or detachment arises. If you can understand immediately, when we recognize this person, my eye form, eye consciousness, eye contact, these things has already ceased. I recognize this experience through my mind consciousness. Then that experience is unable to disturb my peace of mind because of my understanding and mindfulness. I have this understanding since I have already heard about from the Kalyana Mitta. Not only we should know this reality, but we should always be mindful at the present moment. Mindfulness is the best friend of our life. Whenever we live in mindfulness, we live in the field of the Buddha. We are near the Buddha. If we are near the Buddha, we have protection. At that moment, nobody or nothing can disturb our peace of mind. Whenever we are not mindful, it means we are in the field of the Mara or evil. Then Mara can control us. Mara can disturb our peace of mind. If we really confident in the Buddha's message, if we trust in Buddha's words, we should follow the path that Buddha explained. Mindfulness is the only way for getting rid of sorrow and lamentation. Therefore, we always train our mind to live in the present moment with mindfulness. For that, practicing Anapanasati or breathing meditation is very, very important. According to Anapanasati Sutta and Ananda Sutta, Buddha says, when someone practices Anapanasati Bhavana, breathing meditation, he is able to develop fourfold mindfulnesses. When fourfold mindfulnesses develop, 7 enlightenment factors develop. When 7 enlightenment factors develop, we are able to achieve the Vidya Vimukti, knowledge and liberation. This is the path that we should follow to achieve the real happiness, liberation, freedom, emancipation. Therefore, now we are going to practice Anapanasati Bhavana. Friends in the Dhamma, we start Anapanasati Bhavana as a tranquility meditation technique. When mind gains concentration, we gradually turn it to insight meditation or Vipassana Bhavana in order to overcome ignorance or delusion, which is the main cause of suffering. Please relax your body. Be aware of your body posture, that you are sitting here. Now I feel that I am breathing in and out. I keep my attention the end of the nose. I maintain the Sati Nimitta, focus of mindfulness, the mindfulness object. When I breathe in, I am aware of that now I am breathing in. When I breathe out, I understand that now I am breathing out. I am breathing in and out mindfully. I am aware of my very natural breathing. I am breathing in, breathing out. When I breathe in long, I recognize that I am breathing in long. When I breathe out long, I understand that I am breathing out long. When I breathe in short, I recognize that I am breathing in short. When I breathe out short, I immediately recognize that I am breathing out short. Recognizing breathing in long and short, I am breathing in and out mindfully. My mind is so pure and calm with the awareness of breathing in and out. My entire life is the present moment, the present consciousness. That is mind consciousness. That mind consciousness always arises and ceases. When mind arises, other four aggregates arise at the same time. Rupa, form, Vedana, feeling, Sanya, perception, and Sankhara, mental formations, mind objects. These four things with consciousness arise at the moment together, and they immediately cease when conditions cease. My entire life is that these five aggregates, they arise together, they cease together. Arising, ceasing, arising, ceasing, arising, ceasing. Mind arises and ceases at the moment. Body also at the same time arises and ceases. My entire life is that body and mind, or the five aggregates. They arise together, they cease together. Whenever I reflect on this reality, arising and ceasing of five aggregates, that is the place where I liberate from ignorance. Whenever I practice this path inside meditation, my mind is released from outside world. I don't depend on anything or anyone outside. And also, I don't depend on even my mind. I know very well this mind also not permanent. It is impermanent. The present thought didn't come the present from the past. The present thought will not go to future from the present. It arises and ceases at the moment. I feel that I release from suffering. I release from material world. My mind release from even my mind. I completely depends on mindfulness and wisdom. Mindfulness and wisdom is the refuge for my life. Atta deepa bhikkave viharata atta sarana nanya sarana. Dwell with yourself as an island, as a refuge, with no other refuge. Dhamma deepa bhikkave viharata dhamma sarana nanya sarana. Dwell with yourself. Dwell with the Dhamma as a refuge, as an island, with no other refuge. I reflect on impermanence, suffering or dissatisfactory, and anatta, selflessness. Everything is impermanent. Everything is dissatisfactory. Everything is selfless. This is the path to purity. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Friends in the Dhamma, at this moment we practice mindfulness, concentration meditation, and wisdom. Sati, Samadhi, Panna. These three things are very important on the path of liberation. For that, Sila or virtue is the foundation. Sila is very important. That is why it is said, Sile patittaya narosapanyo chittang panyancha bhavayam. The wise person practices tranquility and insight meditation with the foundation of virtue or morality. practicing virtue or morality helps us to attain concentration, gain concentration. Gaining concentration helps us to reflect on reality, impermanence, or three characteristics, anicca, dukkha, anatta. This is the Buddhist path. Sila, virtue, Sati, mindfulness, Samadhi, tranquility or concentration, and Panna, wisdom. For that, we should have discipline in our speech and behavior. That is very important. If you are confident in what the Buddha taught, our effort, inner motivation gradually increases. We are hurried to practice this path since we know very well practicing Dhamma is the real refuge within us. Except practicing Dhamma, we have no real refuge, protection. Dhammo have rakkati Dhammacharim. He who practices Dhamma is protected by the Dhamma. For that, for the real protection, we follow the Dhamma as much as we can. Okay, dear friends in Dhamma, you can be happy about your spiritual life. You are so fortunate. You have an opportunity to listen to what the Buddha taught, and also then we can cleanse the path what we practice. By practicing Dhamma, gradually we can reduce negative thoughts, unwholesome mental states, craving, anger and delusion. By practicing virtue, concentration and wisdom, we can overcome, we can destroy, we can overcome these three unwholesome roots from our mind. That is the real protection for our life, what the Blessed One explained. Okay, at this moment, you observe 5 precepts, worship the triple gem, listening to the Dhamma, and you practice Dhamma meditation. Meditation is the medication for our mental disorders. We are mostly suffer because of mental disorders, craving, anger, conceit, jealousy, ignorance. These are the mental disorders that disturb our peace of mind. By listening to Dhamma and by practicing Dhamma, we cleanse our mind from these negativities, unwholesome mental states or mental disorders from our mind. That is the purpose of Buddhist path. By practicing this path, we develop our mind and we purify our mind. By the power of this spirituality, may you be well, happy and peaceful. May your all spiritual goals meet with success. And finally, may all of us attain the final bliss of liberation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dukkam pantaca nirdukkam, bhayam pantaca nirbhayam, sokam pantaca nissokam, hontu sabbe pipanino. May the triple gem bless you. Sadhu.